Chairman Roebuck, Chairman Clymer, thank you for having Representative Payton and I this morning. First, let me say that Representative Smith, you're absolutely right that the fruits of our labor in Pennsylvania education and public education has bared some fruit, and I'm a proud product of that. We have a lot of good, if not a lot of great public schools in Pennsylvania. I'm a proud product, like I said, of that. But the fact also remains that we have school districts, as the Secretary said, that are chronically failing. School districts that have proficiency, not just in the teens, but in the single digits. Kids that can't, only single-digit percentage of kids can read at their grade level. Not to mention, we're spending billions and billions of dollars. $26 billion has been said, and it'll come up, I'm sure, through the next couple days. The reality is that we have failing schools and we need to address it. You may not have them in your legislative district, and the easy thing is to avoid it, but the fact remains we've got to address it. Representative Payton and I, it's weird calling you Representative Payton, Tony and I set out to put an option on the table to help address that. This bill is a work in progress. I'm not asking you today to vote on the bill as drafted as it is. We're here to listen to suggestions, answer questions, have a good conversation about whether or not we're going to help, if we're going to send a lifeline to those kids in the bottom 10%. House Bill 1708 is pretty simple. There's two solutions in that bill. One is the exact language from House Bill 1330, passed by this committee, passed overwhelmingly by the House to expand the EITC program, the Education Improvement Tax Credit. The second is to provide for a rescue voucher of those kids that are in the bottom 5%, sending them a lifeline for their parents to be empowered to choose the best education setting for their son or daughter. There are income eligibility requirements, and I'm happy to answer questions on those specifics, and we can talk about whether to tweak that or not, and we can talk about suggestions to make the bill better. I welcome that. But what is hard for me to welcome is defending the status quo, saying that we shouldn't do anything. If we don't run this bill, if this bill doesn't go to the House, if this bill does not become law, then what is the solution? Sure, there may be other solutions out there, and I don't care if it comes from the PSEA, PSBA, Democratic caucus, Republican caucus. If there's solutions out there, I welcome them. But this solution, I believe, will have a tremendous impact on those kids trapped in those schools. If we do nothing, those students have three options. One, they can drop out. 68% of our inmates in Pennsylvania are high school dropouts. I don't think we should be encouraging kids to drop out. Obviously, no one wants to do that. But the reality is the kids that are trapped in these failing and oftentimes very violent school districts, of these 144 school buildings, there was over 5,000 violent incidents in those alone in one school year. A lot of kids and parents are fearful that their son or daughter is going to be harmed when going to school. That's the fact. The second thing they can do, and we asked them to do this 15 years, was to suck it up and wait. We've lost another generation, as the Secretary said, to just sucking it up and going to those failing violent schools. I'm not advocating to lose another generation. The issue is not whether we should institute this bill or not. The issue is, are we going to help those kids? And the status quo, in my opinion, is not an option. And the third option they have is to rent a U-Haul and pack up and move. Walk across the bridge here in Harrisburg to a good public school. Because if you're on this side, if you're where you're sitting and you live here today, you're trapped in a failing, violent school. Well, I don't think education policy should be based on whether you get a U-Haul and pack up and move. You should be able to have options and find the best education setting for your son or daughter. Well, thank God that one mom did what so many parents did. One mom of a legislator sitting here today packed up and moved. She moved her son to a good public school so he could get a good education. That's Representative Tony Payton. But I don't think Mrs. Payton should have to do what she did. I think if there's a good school district, whether it has a crucifix, a Star of David on the wall or not, if that school is a couple blocks down the road, she should live right where she is and be able to send her son or daughter to that school.